Hello, I am here today to take you through how to use this phone and this little light stand in order to get time-lapse shots. So the first thing you need to know is how to use the camera, how to access the time-lapse feature. I actually don't know the password to this phone. I have that question out and I'm waiting for the answer. However, if that happens to you, you can still use the camera app. So I'm going to show you how. You're going to open the phone up just by tapping on it, and then you're going to click and hold on the little camera icon. When you do that, it opens the camera app straight up. If you're in the home screen after you've unlocked the phone, once I get the passcode, and you're looking for the app, and you're like, ooh, where do I find it? You've never used an iPhone before, so you don't know what it looks like. It's a light gray box, says the word camera below it, and then it's a dark gray camera icon on it. You click that, it'll take you into this screen as well. So once you're in this screen, you'll see that you have white text right here with yellow text in the middle showing what you've selected, and you will want to swipe towards video all the way to the end. The last option is time lapse. You are now on the time lapse mode. In order to use the time lapse mode and to start a time lapse, you just click red, the red circle, and it turns into a red square. The red square means stop. So you're going to stop by pressing the red square whenever you're ready for it. And the way that this app works, it's really important that you know this. Every 10 minutes, this will go back and it will delete half of your frames. So it's already going to speed the footage up for you. But every 10 minutes, it's going to speed it up further. So you would assume, oh, the longer I take a video, the longer the video is going to be. Not with this app, not with the way that iPhone designed the time-lapse feature. The longer you record, the faster your time-lapse will be. So please keep that in consideration because if you record for a very long time, it might end up going so fast that you don't even get what you wanted. It's just going to be like a blur of things moving everywhere. And then if you are able to nail your speed, then you're like, oh, well, how do I take a long enough video? I don't know how to take a long enough video. I would say every 10 to 20 minutes, come back over to this and stop and start it. If you don't know how to combine those files later, just send them to me and I'll help you combine them. And then you'll have a longer time lapse that's at a slower speed. So as you can see, this has been recording a time lapse the whole time that I've been speaking. I'm just going to click stop so I can show you what a time lapse looks like when it's done. I'm going to go into the camera roll, and if you were to look for that on the home screen, it would be called photos. And right now you can see my shoulder in the corner and my hands gesturing. They're moving very fast. So I've just created a time lapse. And now that you know how to use the actual time lapse feature on the phone, I'm going to take you through the hardware, how to use this actual mount situation. So the phone attaches to the actual phone mount via a spring locking system, and you just need to lift the spring up and take the phone out, lift the spring up, put the phone in. If you have the mount rotated like this and the spring is going down and you have like a larger phone and you're like, oh no, it won't fit, then you're just going to rotate this back up to the top, and then you can fit much larger phones. How did I just do that? How did I rotate it? I will show you. On the back here, there's two knobs, a red one and a black one. They look like one knob, but they're not. They're two knobs. The black one, when you loosen this little ring, that will loosen this part. It gives you a little click that you can kind of feel right here where it locks into place, perfectly level horizontally. It gives you a little click, perfectly level vertically. Then you're going to lock that part down. Turn the collar, turn that ring. Now it's not going to move. It will not move from landscape mode into portrait mode. It will just stay in whichever orientation you left it in. The red one is a little different. As you can see, we have this part going right here. Some people might worry, even though the spring is strong, well, what if something happened and the phone fell out? That's what this is for. Once the phone's in there, if you lock that down, this doesn't move anymore. It is rock solid. So that will lock the phone in there. If you're like, oh my gosh, my phone is stuck, I don't know how to get it out, it's this thing. You just loosen this red part up. Now you get your phone out. So that takes you through the actual phone mount. We're going to go down to the ball head. That's right below the phone mount. This is what's going to allow you to reposition the phone anywhere that you want. Okay, so you can move it around here, and then if you're not getting a steep enough angle, that's what this cutout is for, right here. The cutout allows you to go all the way to a steep angle, and if the ball head is loosened, it will travel all the way around, and you can position it wherever you want to. Don't loosen this like until the screw falls out. That's not a good thing. Just loosen it until you have enough movement, and then don't loosen it any further, please. And then when you're done and you want it to be locked down, whatever angle it's in, you just go ahead and tighten that up, and this thing is rock solid. It's not going anywhere. It's now locked at that angle. Then we are going to come down to the actual stand itself. The stand itself has two knobs, one here, one here. This one up top does not raise and lower the stand. That actually releases the pin. So you don't need to worry about that one. We're gonna leave that locked. These are the ones that you're gonna use to raise and lower. You're gonna loosen them, you're gonna raise the stand up, and then it has an air cushion feature where if you were to accidentally drop it, it goes pretty slow. So that's gonna hopefully save someone a finger or something like that. It's only really gonna work with the phone. If you were using heavy equipment, it would literally just blow through that air cushion and ruin the stand. So, but with the phone, it'll help it be really safe. And with lightweight stuff, it's very helpful. So this stand also, you can't see it in the shot, has a very, very wide footprint. So it's really, really stable, but you need to know how to actually take out the feet and then put them back in. So I'm gonna show you that as well. There's another knob that's down here, and you're gonna loosen that. Then it's really important you remember, you're going to push up right here. This bottom knob never ever gets loosened. Do not touch that one if you can avoid it. Don't worry about that one. Bottom knob is a no-no. Middle knob, anything above that is fine. Even if you were to mess with the knob that releases the pin, it doesn't really matter, you can put it back in. This one though can cause like the center shaft to get all lopsided and cattywampus, and you might not know how to fix it. So don't touch the bottom one, please. This one right here is the one you're gonna wanna touch. Once it's loose, pull this up, and as you pull this part up and you push this part down, it does that. Collapses in on itself. And you can kind of squeeze it closed, and then please lock it up so it's safe for transit. Then you get to where you're going, loosen that, use your hands to kind of pull this out, get it started, you know what I mean? Then, once you've kind of gotten it started, it's a little bit easier to just push down to go the rest of the way. You are going to want to make sure that this part right here is not touching the ground. So as long as this part's not touching the ground and these 3 feet are, then you're locked, you're stable. The further you push this down, kind of the wider the feet get. So it just gets a little bit more stable. Or if you have to, it's called skinnying up the stand, you can lift it up a little bit and fit this into a tighter space. I would recommend doing it as wide as you can, especially if you're gonna be doing it really tall. So, then let me see, is there anything else I need to show you on this? We covered the action of getting the camera in and out. We covered the app. We covered the 2 knobs on the back of the phone mount. We covered the knob on the ball head. And one other thing I'm gonna cover with you really quickly, this is just an extra thing. So when you grab the stand, you're gonna see that I will have this little clamp right here that has this little screw on the back. That's gonna be attached right here to the pin that I mentioned earlier. That pin, this clamp rather, is for an extra mounting situation. If you decide that you need to clamp this phone mount somewhere instead of having it on this stand, then you'll be able to do that with this. So what you're gonna do here is go ahead and grab the ball head, make sure it's locked, and then unscrew it. When you do that, it unscrews from that pin that I mentioned. And you'll see on the bottom, there's a hole, right? And it's a screw hole that is the same size as the screw that's on that clamp that I mentioned. So you can remove the clamp and you can screw the ball head onto the clamp, like so. Magical. Don't tighten it too much or you might not be able to get it loose, but you know, tighten it enough. So you'll have to find that balance. Now you got this little guy. You can attach the phone here, and you can use the collar, rotate it into portrait mode, landscape mode, put it wherever you want it, lock it off. Then you can clamp this somewhere. You could clamp it to a pole, you could clamp it to a desk, whatever you want to. You can still use the ball head to reposition the camera once you've clamped it, and you can start your time lapse from wherever you clamp this thing. So that's going to be a second mounting option for you, just in case this stand feels limiting, or in certain situations if it feels dangerous, if it feels like people are going to trip over it. I'm not sending a sandbag out with this stand. Sandbags are kind of easy to puncture, they're easy to lose. I'm just gonna ask you to be safe, be smart. Sandbags are also very heavy, so I'm not sending one out with this. That's why I have a stand that has such a large footprint. Please keep it out of the path of where people are walking. Don't put it in a high traffic area. Just don't even try that. This, maybe you can put that in a high traffic area. I believe that will be everything you need to know. Again, like I said, you can feel free to email me if you have some files that need to be combined. If you were stopping and starting, I'm more than happy to do that for you. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.